Hi guys, it's your buddy Glasgow here once again. Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be about last week's Raw and SmackDown, which would have been June 26th, 27th. I know it's late, like I said, busy with work and everything. New Raw comes on tonight. New SmackDown tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get views on them before I have to start back up on overtime again. Alright, so I got some notes here I'm going to go over. But quite frankly, you know what? Raw and SmackDown are fucking up, and WWE is going downhill pretty fucking quick. Alright? Pretty much both programs are mediocre and pretty much suck. Okay? Let's talk about Raw here. First off, I want to talk about what some people here on YouTube are complaining about, and that's the women's gauntlet match. I agree that some of the gals didn't get a good long run in the match like they should have. Like Donna Brooks, she should have been able to at least went toe-to-toe with Jax for a long time, and they basically got into a squash match, basically. I mean, shit. Dana Brooks is built, athletic, and pretty tough. So she should be able to go with Jax for a long time. That'd be a good little match there. They could do tests of strength and all that. And for fuck's sake, how could you not have time? You're a 3-hour fucking show. How the hell do you not have time for this? And let's go into some of the others here. They would have, if they made it longer, they would have had a lot better performance in the long run for the ladies. And then they could have good rivalry matches with a lot of people, especially like with Brooks and Nia Jax for the next couple of weeks, because they could have tests of strength. Gives Dana Brooks a way to go, because they're floundering her around just like Mickie James. They're not giving her much to do except jobber work, which is ridiculous because they got good talent. And plus, by leaving this match so short, you're not debuting your women's division very well. I mean, the whole point, especially of SmackDown, with the first ever women's ladder match, and then this is the first ever women's gauntlet match, is you're trying to promote the fucking women. And there you go, you just keep slapping your fucking women around. Vince McMahon really needs to get the fuck out of creative, re-fucking-tire, and just sit there. Let creative do their job. So, we have that, and then I don't mind that Nia Jax lost, okay? You could say, okay, in reality, she went through 5 other women. She's tired at the end against Sasha Banks. I don't have a problem with her being put in the bank statement. What I have a problem with is her tapping out. That big woman should not have been tapping out, okay? Yes, it's all scripted and all that. It would have been much better and a better storyline point if you had her just fucking pass out. Like Stone Cold did when he took on Bret Hart back in the 90s and he was bleeding in that was a SummerSlam match. Then you have her say, then you can have Nia Jax say, I never tapped out the bank statement. Nope. I might passed out. But I never submitted. You never made me tap. Because now you're going to have, in the future, probably tonight, when Nia Jax comes up, or sometime in the near future, you're going to get the chant, you tapped out, you tapped out, you tapped out. What the fuck do you think that's going to do for her character? If you have no direction for Nia Jax, it's clear that the fucking WWE has no fucking clue what they're doing to half the people. And this is a fuck up. Like I said, if you had her not pass out and lose that way, then you got something to work with. Then you have some reason for her to go after Banks again. Sasha Banks can go after her. It's like, okay, you're one of the few people who have not tapped out for the Banks statement, but I'm going to make you tap out. So you make it's a win-win. But no, we don't do that. So let's go on to the next one. Well, pretty much the only fucking good part of the program was the performance of the women in the match. That was about it. And then the real good part was when Samoa Joe took up Brock Lesnar from behind when Lesnar was coming down the ramp and put him in the coquina clutch. Basically, Brock did a good point selling that. As many said, well, he sold it. Brock's going to be a pretty good seller. I think it's good. It's good for that match that comes up in Great Balls of Fire. And the fact that he starts showing he's a little bit afraid of Samoa Joe, that's good. That was the one part that got right through the whole fucking night. That was it. Another one I think they did wrong on was Big Kaz once again backstabbing and attacking Enzo Amore. I think they should have temporarily made him make up, and then that way they can have a big match on a pay-per-view, and then you could run it one of two ways. First, you can have the tag team the heel tag team work over Enzo, and then work on Big Kaz. And while they're working on Big Kaz, they keep going over and knocking Enzo off the mat or knocking him out on the mat. So every time Kaz gets an opportunity to tag out, Kaz isn't there for the tag. And then you can have Kaz. Then you have the team lose, and Kaz get pissed off and beat the shit out of Enzo after that point, saying, hey, proving him right. I have to carry your ass. You're worthless. Or you have them get Big Kaz, handcuff him somewhere outside the ring, and then beat the utter dog shit out of Enzo. Enzo will put up a good fight, but 2-on-1 is not going to last very long. Gets pinned, of course, they lose, and then Enzo, of course, here we go. Next night on Raw, you have Enzo instead of Big Kaz brings up Big Kaz and goes, Big Kaz, look, you're right. Last night I was, the weak link. I want to prove that we work well together. I want to prove to you that I'm not the weak link. And how is he going to prove this? He's going to take on Big Kaz at the next pay-per-view. Or it can be the next Raw, whichever one you want to do. And say, if I win, we stay together. That means I've gained your respect. I can hang with people like you. If you beat me, and you're serious about throwing away a partnership, you can walk away, and I won't say anything. I will miss you. I'll still consider you my brother, and I will even forgive you for what you did on Raw to me. I won't even say it. We can part our ways. And then Kaz, of course, beats Enzo at the match, and of course they part ways because that's the way they want to do it. And you can still have the heel spin on this, because you can still have Kaz get pissed off, beat the shit out of Enzo after they lose at that match, even if he gets cuffed up. So it's, again, win-win. So next one, fuck, Roman Reigns sucked on the mic as usual. Oh, fuck Reigns, I gotta do that video on you and how we're gonna make you better. You're just sucking. You're floundering. And Vince is pushing your ass, and he's pushing you in a bad way. Let's go to SmackDown. Well, the rest of Raw fucking really sucked. There's nothing worth talking about, so let's go to SmackDown. SmackDown on the following Tuesday, 6/27, also suffered the same problem. The mediocre matches, the second Money in the Bank match that wound up with the same fucking result as the first one, which means it meant fucking absolutely nothing. Ellsworth interfered in the match again, despite being banned from the fucking ring. How the fuck does a man who gets banned from the fucking arena with a goddamn security detail like they would have get fucking back in the arena? Ain't no fucking way in hell. And so you bring Ellsworth, manages to get back in, stays at fucking ringside for all that fucking time, doesn't get security to come out whatsoever fucking ever to stop his ass, and then interferes once again. No, I like how they did it with Becky Lynch and all the girls knocking the shit out of Ellsworth, just like I said. Remember, if you watched my last review of the Money Maker, that's what I said needed to happen. And so, but the big bitch of it was, here is Carmella wins the fucking Money in the Bank again. So what the fuck was the point? Okay, here's the shit spun this. If you want to get more bang for your buck out of this fucking Money in the Bank match, you would have someone else fucking win it. Say Natalya. Okay? Natalya could fucking win it. Or Becky Lynch. It doesn't fucking matter. Since Carmella's a fucking heel, we'd have to have one of the baby faces when he could have had. Let's give it to Becky Lynch. But then you give it to Flair. Give it to Becky Lynch, as she's a former champion. Then you have Carmella say, okay, look, I won the first one, and I self-grievance. Let me take on Becky Lynch for that Money in the Bank contract. Let's settle this once and for all. You have the match, and then you can have Carmella win, do shenanigans if you want, or Rebecca Lynch, and then she wins the title. Because otherwise, this just cheapens up that fucking ladder match again. And the performance was good, but the fucking payoff is not there. You fucked up 2 straight payoffs on this ladder match. You can't fucking get it right. Alright. Let's go on before I fucking lose my mind on that one. The rematch with Naomi and Lana was just a fucking sucky ass squash match, which again made no fucking sense. Vince and WWE, you're fucking up your women's division. You spent all this time building them up, and now you're just fucking them over. Okay, this is what pisses me off. Building up a division, and you're fucking them over. And these women are doing good. They're trying to work their fucking heart out for this. And you're just fucking them over. And the squash match makes no fucking sense. I don't even think Lana lasted 3, maybe 5 minutes. I don't even think she lasted 5. From the start of the bell. How do you go from a woman at a fucking pay-per-view, Lana, going head-to-head with the fucking champ, giving the champ a run for fucking money, do a great big fucking performance, almost fucking beat the damn champ to a fucking squash match, where she should appears to be a weak-ass wrestler, you squash her ass into a pinfall, which was stupid, to that. That's a fucking disservice to everybody. That's a fucking spit in the eye to the fucking fans who want to back on and see her do well. This is what you fucking did to them. So guess what? Double fuck you back, WWE. Now you're just making that fucking match up with Lana, even though it's scripted. I know this, but we're just looking at the common sense ways. You're making that match look like a fluke. At the Money in the Bank match with Lana versus Naomi, and it's bullshit. Alright, so Mike and Maria Kanellis also made an appearance. If you can even call it that, it sucked. They talked for like not even 60 seconds where they got shooed back in the back. What the fuck are you doing with these people? Why'd you fucking buy them? Why'd you buy the contracts? Do you have no fucking direction for them? They weren't on the SmackDown after Money in the Bank, and now you put them on here and they weren't out there for fucking 60 seconds. Why are you paying them to even show that fuck up? Hell, the Money in Gasoline is probably fucking worth more than fucking time they were there. Do you have no fucking direction for these fucking people? Oh, God. Okay, and the Orton Mahal bit is getting fucking old and stupid. I like just like Orton and Bray Wyatt. It sucks. Jinder Mahal needs to move on to the next person, like now. And like Raw, nothing else on SmackDown was worth mentioning. So the WWE is going down in fucking flames, and quickly, under Vince McMahon's interference about all this shit. And the problem was, SmackDown was doing awesome after the draft. With all the new talent we'd done. And then I think Raw wasn't doing too bad. It was hit or miss. But it was starting to do better, and then it would fuck up. And now they're just fucking both going down in fucking flames because it's either Vince McMahon's total fucking fault, or it's a combination of Vince McMahon and the fucking writers. And from what I hear, it's mainly Vince McMahon ruffling everything, telling people, interfering with the writing staff. So I can't blame them totally. So Vince McMahon, stay the fucking retirement, stay in your goddamn office, let creative come up with something, because you got all these fucking wrestlers, you're concentrating on 1 or 2 fucking wrestlers, and these guys are trying to concentrate on everyone to build a fucking brand. Okay? This way, when someone gets injured, say like John Cena, or he's gone for a while, you got people to fucking fill the goddamn seats. You're fucking that shit up. Okay, oh, and another thing, I know Vince McMahon was pissed about that one, the Miz show, and that one, after he's saying the word, the N-word, the word nigger. I don't use that word too often, but, he said on stage, and I'm not a big user of it, but I just use it for you so you know what the hell it was. I don't give that word power, but do whatever. Okay, that's the way they talk. Why you're so fucking surprised that they fucking said that, I have no fucking clue. And why the fuck you put them on my thing is, why would you put them on a fucking live mic like that? Chances are they're from they come from an area where they're going to use that language. So why are you fucking freaking out? Fucking no one cares. That's the way they speak. And that's why. Then the amazing thing is, you're to the live show, and it's supposed to be on a delay. And you still don't bleep that fucker out. They still got through. You should be fucking pissed at someone in the damn booth. So again, both these episodes suck. Hopefully tonight and tomorrow's Raw and SmackDown, respectively, are better. We'll find out. What do you guys think of both shows? Alright, go down below. Like, dislike, and subscribe. And as always, you guys take care, and I'll see you all next time.